dashboard glow, city moving in reflections. Engine hum low, thoughts shifting directions. Headlights cut through the mist like confessions. I don't talk much, I just sit with progression. Used to chase noise, now I'm pacing my breath. Used to fear silence like it hinted at death. Now the quiet feels earned, not a threat. Just space for the weight I ain't carried yet. Window crack, let the cold air balance me. Every red light pause like a challenge to me. Life moving fast, but it's standing still. When you learn how to sit without forcing the will. Phone face down, let the world go mute. Every missed call proof I'm cutting the route. I ain't mad, I'm just choosing the truth. Sometimes peace looks strange when it's new. Ay, street signs blur when your focus internal. Lessons burn slow, but the growth eternal. I was living too loud, now I'm moving journals. Ink don't judge, it just makes it formal. Faded black, not a loss, just a shift. Not dramatic, just a quiet uplift. Like the credits roll when the lesson sticks. And the version of you that was loud gets dismissed. I ain't running from light, I just dim the glare. Too much shine, make the vision unclear. When you always on, you forget who's there. Under layers of noise and performance wear. Review full of a younger me, trying to prove what I didn't see. Now I move like already free. No applause needed next to me. Money talk loud, but it don't talk peace. Validation cheap when the hype decrease. I was chasing a crowd that don't chase me. Now I'm parked where the pressure can't face me. Breathing slower, pulse steady. Car idling, but I'm ready. Not for chaos, not for heavy. Just for clarity, light but steady. Fade to black like a reset screen. No explosion, just unseen. When you step away from what you've been, you don't lose, you just grow within. Some nights quiet feel uncomfortable. Close growth ain't always comfortable, but comfort kept me predictable. Now discomfort feel respectable. I learned that silence can sharpen sound. When you cut distractions down, you hear the truths that don't speak loud. Like you enough without the crowd. Street empty, but I'm full inside. Used to measure word by the outside. Now I measure by how I ride when nobody watching the drive. Yeah, fade to black, not defeat. Just a pause before heartbeat. Just a breath before concrete. Just a man choosing his own seat. Yeah. Engine off, but I sit 1 minute. Let the moment finish how it started. No big speech, no dramatic image. Just calm where the noise departed. Fade to black ain't an ending scene. It's where the real ones learn to breathe. When the lights go low, you finally see who you are. When it's just you and me. No dashboard dark, city still. I don't rush what I can feel. Some chapters don't need applause. Just close so the next one builds it. Drown in the quiet, no lifeline sound. City still spinning, but I slow it down. Used to fear silence when no one around. Now I let it settle, feet on the ground. Engine low hum, like a distant wave. Street lights flicker, shadows behave. Thought I needed noise to feel brave. Turns out calm is what I crave. Drown in the quiet, steady breath, not sinking close to death, just cutting ties with the mental mess of chasing hype I don't possess. Phone screen dark, face to the seat, notifications obsolete. Peace ain't loud, it's discreet, it don't compete. Cold air drift through open space, no rushing the pace, no pressure to chase, just clarity face to face. Drown in the quiet, control descent, less reaction, more intense. Some nights feel heavy, bent, but weight builds strength when spent. I used to run from empty rooms, filling them with noise and fumes, scrolling past assumed versions of life consumed. Drown in the quiet, sit still, let discomfort build the will. Growth don't come from thrill, it come when you learn to chill. Reserve you showing form of me, seeking constant company. Now I value solitude like a guarded treasury. Silence loud when you first arrive, like echoes you can't hide. But if you stay you realize it's where the real thoughts reside. I don't fear the blank anymore, it's not a void, it's a door leading to a stronger core that don't need applause to soar. Drown in the quiet, calm tide, let ego fall aside, let outside noise collide without breaking what's inside. Without breaking what's inside. Drown in the quiet, deep state, mind sharp, posture straight. I ain't racing fate, I'm learning how to wait. Some truths whisper slow underneath the undertow, where discipline grows and patience flows. City loud but distant now, I don't ask how, I just allow the moment to show me how. No hook to lift the tone, no melody overthrown, just bars fully grown in a voice that found its own. Drown in the quiet, no fear when it's just you here. You see clear what was never sincere. Peace don't crash like a wave, it moves like a cave. Silent and brave, building the strong from the safe. Building the strong from the safe. Engine on, stillness stick. Time slow, no trick, no rush, no quick fix. Just breathing in the mix. Drown in the quiet, composed, not broken, just exposed to the truths I once closed. Now calmly enclosed when the noise dissolves away and you choose to stay. You realize one day silence was strength all the way. Hey, hey, Done by midnight, city still awake. Neon on the glass, thin lines that shake. Engine low, humming like a small mistake that I used to make just to feel something break. Clock on the dash, say 12:03. Whole world loud, but it ain't on me. I'm coasting slow in a quiet lane where the noise can't charge a fee. Used to feel heavy around this time. Thought silence meant something's wrong with mine. Now I sit with it, no design. Let the stillness realign. Numb by midnight, not from pain, just overstimulation drain. Too much input in the brain till emotions turn to plain. Phone face down, don't disturb, I don't need another word. Every opinion blur when you finally observe. Street lights flicker on empty roads, past versions shedding lows. Grow subtle when it unfolds, not loud, loud, just control. Yeah, not loud, loud, just control. Yeah, yeah. Numb by midnight, steady breath. Not depressed, not close to death, just recalibrating depth. After running from what's left, I used to scroll to feeling faded. Pairing moves I never made, and energy slowly traded for approval that never paid. And now I sit inside the quiet, let the surface mind go silent. Underneath it's more defiant than a version was compliant. Numb don't mean I lost the spark, it mean I'm resting in the dark before I step into the arc of building something sharp. Rearview mirror, don't accuse. Old habits I refuse. Every loss I choose, fuel I can reuse. Midnight don't scare me now, I don't panic or ask how. I just sit and allow what I bear to surface out. Yeah, numb by midnight, calm state. Not reacting to bait, not rushing to validate every move I create. Some nights you detach to survive, to keep your focus alive, to stop chasing every vibe that pull you off your drive. City noise like distant rain, falling but it don't stain. I learn control over pain, ain't suppression, it's the rain. No hook to say the mood, no chorus to conclude, just disciplined attitude in a quiet solitude. Yeah, numb by midnight, clear sight, dark outside but insight bright. Sometimes you dim the light to see what's truly right. I don't fear the blank space, it's where I set the pace, where I strengthen the base of who I let replace. Look, 1247, engine low, yeah, city moving, I move slow, yeah, numbing weakness, it's a mode. When you outgrow overload, door open, cold air hit, still composed, still legit. Midnight taught me how to sit with myself and not quit. Numb by midnight, compose mind, not empty, just refined. When the noise fall behind, you find what was always aligned. Numb by midnight, city still awake. Neon on the glass, thin lines that shake. Engine low, humming like a small mistake that I used to make just to feel something break. Clock on the dash, say 12:03. Whole world loud, but it ain't on me. I'm coasting slow in a quiet lane where the noise can't charge a fee. Used to feel heavy around this time. Thought silence meant something's wrong with mine. Now I sit with it, no design. Let the stillness realign. Numb by midnight, not from pain, just overstimulation drain. Too much input in the brain till emotions turn to plain. Phone face down, don't disturb, I don't need another word. Every opinion blur when you finally observe. Street lights flicker on empty roads, past versions shedding lows. Grow subtle when it unfolds, not loud, just control. Yeah, not loud, just control. Yeah. Yeah, numb by midnight, steady breath. Not depressed, not close to death, just recalibrating depth. After running from what's left, I used to scroll to feeling faded. Pairing moves I never made, and energy slowly traded for approval that never paid. And now I sit inside the quiet, let the surface mind go silent. Underneath it's more defiant than a version was compliant. Numb don't mean I lost the spark, it mean I'm resting in the dark before I step into the arc of building something sharp. Rearview mirror, don't accuse. Old habits I refuse. Every loss I choose, fuel I can reuse. Midnight don't scare me now, I don't panic or ask how. I just sit and allow what I bear to surface out. Yeah, numb by midnight, calm state. Not reacting to bait, not rushing to validate every move I create. Some nights you detach to survive, to keep your focus alive, to stop chasing every vibe that pull you off your drive. City noise like distant rain, falling but it don't stain. I learn control over pain, ain't suppression, it's the rain. No hook to say the mood, no chorus to conclude, just disciplined attitude in a quiet solitude. Yeah, numb by midnight, clear sight, dark outside but insight bright. Sometimes you dim the light to see what's truly right. I don't fear the blank space, it's where I set the pace, where I strengthen the base of who I let replace. Look, 1247, engine low. Yeah, city moving, now I move slow. Yeah, numbing weakness, it's a mode. When you outgrow overload, door open, cold air hit. Still composed, still legit. Midnight taught me how to sit with myself and not quit. Numb by midnight, compose mind. Not empty, just refined. When the noise fall behind, you find what was always a line. Outside looking in through the tinted glass. City moving fast, but I let it pass. Used to want a side, every room a class. Now I watch from the edge, let the moment last. Street lights fickle on polished floors. Laughter echo through open doors. I've been in those crowds before. Still felt alone at the core. Outside looking in, climb stands. Confident just advance. When you start chasing every chance, you start reading circumstance. Window crack, cold air breathe. Nothing on my sleeve, I don't need it in the weed. With energy that make me leave. Used to measure worth by invite. By who said my name at night. Now I measure by insight. And how I move when out of sight. Outside looking in, composed. Seeing truths I once opposed. When you're not emotionally exposed, you see how fragile egos pose. A boss, conversations rotate. Same pattern, same debate. Everybody trying to elevate by proving who's more great. Outside looking in, clear view. You notice what they pursue. Validation in the loop, disguise is something new. I ain't judging, I've been there. Chasing in designer wear. Talking loud just to compare. Till I learn peace is rare. Rare view showing no habits. Seeking praise like addicts. Now I move strategic, pragmatic. Less reactive, more static. Outside looking in, late hour, neon glow against the tower. World flex, I'm borrowed power, I'm steady in my own flower. Some nights isolation heavy, but clarity make you ready for a future that ain't petty. Built slow and steady, no hook to bring me in. No melody to spin, just discipline within. Carving patience in my skin. Outside looking in the web, seeing moves beneath the glare. Who performing, who sincere, who act brave and who been fair. I don't knock the door no more, I don't beg for the floor. If it's forced, I ignore. If it's real, it'll the store. Outside looking in, I learn some bridges shouldn't be burned. You just step back unconcerned and let perspective be earned. Outside, 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 outside looking in, city glow. Outside, outside looking in, city glow. Outside, outside. Ends and low, city glow, city glow. Inside calm, outside show. I don't need to overflow to prove what I know. Outside looking insecure, not cold, just mature. Peace subtle but pure. When your motives indoor, lights fade, night then I step out, step in. Not defined by where I've been, but by how I move within. Low lights only keep it down. City outside, but I'm locked within. Dashboard glow on the edge of my skin. Night don't judge where you been. Window cracked, air cold and thin. Breathing slow, steady in. I don't need the world to spin for me to know where I begin. Yeah. Low lights, only less exposure. Too much shine, kill composure. I learn peace from closure, not from being the poster. Phone screen down, no blue glare. No outside noise in the air. Just the road and a quiet stare at thoughts I usually don't share. Street empty, tension low. Used to move fast, now I flow. Every mile teaching slow what I don't need to know. yeah. Low lights only control pace. No spotlight in this space. Some growth don't need a face. It just builds in place, yeah. Low lights only. Low lights only. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to chase bright rooms, loud crowds and fast booms, but pressure hides in those fumes and ego grows in costumes. Low light show the real, no filters, no appeal, just raw edges you feel when distractions peel. I ain't avoiding shine, I just redefine what it means to align with something deeper than design. Engine hum like a bass line, heartbeat steady in time. I don't need a headline to know this path is mine. Low lights only calm air, no need to impress or compare. When you build without glare, your moves cut rare. Rearview dark, future wide, no rush in the ride. When you stop running outside, you'll move strong inside. You move strong inside. You move strong inside. Low lights on it. Low lights on it. Low lights on it. Low lights only, late hours, mind sharp, ego lower, silence teaching louder than rooms full of power. Some truths glow subtle, they don't shout or rebuttal, they move quiet and structural, make your foundation durable. I used to equate bright with better, now I know dim holds pressure. It tests you, makes you measure what substance and what's pleasure. No hook needed to hold the night, already bold. When you calm and controlled, you don't chase being told. Low lights only, real talk, no hype in the walk, just discipline in the chalk. Lines I draw when I stalk, yeah. Lines I draw when I stalk, yeah. Low lights on it. Low lights on it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Low lights on it. Engine off, room still, city hum, distant chill. Peace don't come from thrill, it come from quiet will. Low lights only, that's the mode, not hiding, just cold. When you walk your own road, you don't need it overexposed. No spotlight, no throne, just growth, fully grown. When the lights stay low, you finally own your zone. No spotlight, no throne, just growth, fully grown. When the lights stay low, you finally own your zone.
Sing below the noise, let it pass overhead. City screaming loud, but it's quiet in my head. Used to chase every word that was said, now I let it flow by instead. Headlights stretch on the midnight lane, concrete humming like distant rain. Too many voices fighting for gain. I stepped aside from the chain. Sing below the noise, deep breath, not reacting every threat. Most pressure self-imposed, death from trying to win every bet. Phone vibrating on the seat, I don't reach, I don't compete. Silence feeling complete, till you realize it's elite. Street signs flash, but I don't rush. Every mile you teaching hush. Peace ain't loud, it don't crush. Settle slow, no push. Sing below the surface, talk where opinions never stop, where loudest ones always fly, to climb a fragile top. I used to swim in the chaos stream, scrolling through curated dreams, measuring life in filtered scenes, chasing what it never means. Noise convincing, sharp and bright, pulling focus left and right, till I lost my inner sight, trying to prove I'm right. Sing below the noise, die, find a part of you alive, not surviving but aligned with the purpose you define. Rearview mirror full of trends, temporary, how's it been? Your direction till it ends, in circles you defend. I don't argue every take, I don't react for ego's sake. Energy I now allocate to building what won't break. Noise don't equal influence, volume don't mean intelligence. I learn restraint is elegance when calm becomes your evidence. Sing below the noise, calm descent, less reaction, more intent. I ain't lost, I'm present, just detached from the irrelevant. City loud, but I glide, window crack, cool tide. World moving outside, but I'm steady inside. Some nights quiet feel foreign, like the ego ego still mourning. The spotlight it was adorning. Before discipline reforming. No hook that got the tone, no melody to lean on. Just bars steady and grown, and a voice that found its own, yeah. Sing below the noise deep, past the surface, past the cheap. Where real thoughts don't compete, they just sit and keep. Growth subtle like a tide, you don't notice till it's wide. Till you look back and realize you outgrew the pride. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Engine hum, city blur, words outside just to stir. I don't flinch, I don't defer, from the calm I now prefer. Sing below the noise, stay low, let the loud world overflow. Peace ain't something you show, it's something you know. When the volume lose control and the silence fills the soul, you realize the goal was never to be loud, just hold. Never gonna know, never gonna know, never gonna know.
Yeah, highway open, sky low and violet. Engine steady, city getting quiet. Used to feel spacious to avoid it. Now I let the stillness sit, no riot. Window down, air cool on my face. Every mile feel like earned space. Now I running just set in the pace. Learning how to move without chase. Phone dark, notifications dying. World still loud but I ain't replying. Sun grows, star with you denying. Every voice to keep you trying. Drift into silence, not avoidance. Just recalibrating my choices. Too many layers, too many noises. Had to separate from the voices. Street lights blur in the windshield frame. I ain't the same, but I don't need fame. I just need a distance from the game where everyone loud but nobody sane. Yeah, breathing slow like I'm sinking time. Heart be low but aligned with mine. Yeah. Peace ain't loud, it's a quiet climb. Yeah. Up a hill you can't define. Silence don't mean something wrong, it means you finally strong. Another sit without a song, without distraction pulling long. Yeah, I used to feel with quite a veiled. All the doubts I never healed, but noise is just a padded shield. Covering wounds I never sealed. Now I sit and let it speak. Hear the thoughts beneath the weak. Under pressure, calm as peak. When you don't let chaos tweak. No dramatic scene, no break, just steady moves I quietly make. Every loss I had to take. Build a focus I can fake. Rearview dim, I don't revisit. Old versions don't get exhibit. What I'm building don't need critics. Just discipline and self-commitment. Drift into silence, steady glide, no applause on either side. When it's just you on the ride, you see what you used to hide it. Yeah. You see what you used to hide it. City breathing, but I'm detached. Not cold, just well matched to the pace that I dispatch. When I stop being overmatched, silence sharpen what I see. Show me who I had to be, not louder, just free. From the needed, constantly agree. Some nights quiet, feel heavy like growth. Sitting in the Chevy, dashboard light, soft and steady. Mind clear, spirit ready, no hook needed, no chorus line. Life ain't structured, that divine. Sometimes truth don't rhyme, it just settles over time. Drift into silence, control the sin. Less reaction, more intent. Energy saved is any spent. Yeah. On the self I represent. On the self I represent. Yeah. On the self I represent. Yeah. Engine idle, I don't rush. Yeah. Let the stillness do its hush. Yeah. Some lessons don't need a crush. Yeah. They just unfold without a push. Drift into silence, can't resolve. Problems fade when you don't revolve. Around the noise you can't solve. You just evolve and let it dissolve. Yeah, yeah. Laced in, city far. I ain't chasing who they are. Peace ain't loud, it's who you are. When the noise no longer your bar. When the noise no longer your bar. Yeah. 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 Gone without a sound, no warning. No dramatic exit, no storming. Just a shift one quiet morning. When I stopped conforming, used to announce every move I'd make, every plan, every risk I'd take. Now I build in silence for my own sake. Let results speak when they awake. Phone buzzing but I don't respond. Distance growing but it's calm. Not from anger, not from harm. Just protecting what I'm on. Yeah, street lights flicker on the late ride home. Windows tinted, mind in zone. I learned growth happens alone. When you willing to outgrow known. Gone without a sound, not lost. Just for calculating in cost. Some bridges burn without exhaust. When you walk away, no cross. Used to think loud, man. Now I know what you don't reveal. Carries more weight, more still. Then shouting how you feel. Yeah, yeah. No announcement, no display. Just subtle shifts, day by day. When you stop explaining your way, you save energy you can't repay. People notice when you quiet. When you don't argue, don't riot. They wonder if something's dying, but it's just alignment applying. Yeah, yeah. Gone without a sound, smooth fade. No public breakdown display. Some growth moves in shade, with discipline. Quietly late. Rearview mirror shows a path. Overreactions moving fast. Now my temper don't outlast. My patience built a whole contrast. I don't need to be understood by everyone in every hood. Some distances is good for building what you should. Yeah. Less reacting, more refining. Less performing, more defining. The future I'm designing don't require co-signing. Gone without a signing. Gone without a signing. Yeah. Hey. Gone without a sound, firm stance. Not avoiding, just advance. When you stopped in every glance, use strength and circumstance. City noise that loud outside, but inside steady ride. I don't chase what used to guide my ego or my pride. Some exits don't need drama, no speeches for your mama. Just silent growth, armor, moving smarter, calmer. No hook, no loud conclusion, just evolution in motion. Peace ain't a revolution, it's constant devotion. Gone without a sound, clean cut. No resentment kept shut. Just doors I gently shut when they no longer fit the structure. Hey, hey. Engine low, headlights dim. Not proving anything in them. Silence sharper than a gem. When you build without a trend. Yeah, gone without a sound. Composed, not hiding, just exposed to the true side once supposed. Now I stand recalibrated, close. No applause, no crowd. Not weak, not proud. Just steady and allowed to move different, not loud. Yeah.
Cold morning drive, sky barely awake. Frost on the glass, thin light on the lake. Engine turns slow like decisions I made. No rush in the wheel, no moves that I fake. Breathe in the air, visible truth. World feel raw in its early proof. No crowd outside, no loud booth. Just me and the road in the quiet of you. Used to move fast like time was closing. Now I let minutes stretch, I'm posing. Sun rising slow, no boasting. Growth don't always come explosive. Seed lean back, hand steady, mind clear, already ready. Not for chaos, not for petty, just alignment, calm and heavy. City still yawning in pale blue tone. Nobody calling my phone, silence thicker than stone, but it feel like home. Cold morning drive, low hum, no applause when the winds come. Just steady steps, one by one.
before the world get loud and numb. I learned morning show a nice high. When the noise fade, you can't slide. From truths you try to override. They sit right there in the passenger side. Used to fear the early light, felt exposed too bright. Now I face it upright, let clarity rewrite. Cold air, cut through hesitation. No distraction, no narration, just pure self-conversation without outside validation. Rear view holding past mistakes, lessons deeper than surface tape. Every risk that made me shake, now foundation I can't break. No dramatic shift, no new persona, just less the weight on my shoulders. The older I get, the colder. The pressure feels more control, more sober. Engine steady like discipline, not flashy, just settling in. Peace ain't something you win, it's something you build within. It's something you build within. Cold morning drive, sun climbing, gold edges, through the lining. World waking up, but I'm defining what direction I'm assigning. I ain't chasing last year's version, I ain't fueled by outside urgency. I move with internal currency, measured in peace and consistency. Some days quiet feel heavier, like responsibility set and regular. But that way make you steadier, sharper thinker, better executor. No hook needed to hold attention. This ain't hype, it's intention. Life shift with prevention, less reaction, more dimension. I used to think I was powerful, now I know control is surgical. Grow subtle but purposeful, internal winds are durable. Cold morning drive, clear head, hold out, finally dead. Not a race, just outgrown instead. Replay, my thoughts well fed. Sun fully up, traffic forming, city moving, engines warming. I stay centered, no performing, calm before the day starts storming. Cold morning drive taught this, peace don't scream, it is it. In the quiet, you persist, before the world demands your lid. Door open, step outside, carry the calm from the ride. Some battles won't need pride, just discipline you keep inside.
Yeah. Radio low, but it's nothing but static. Signal keep breaking, thoughts automatic. City lights flicker like something dramatic, but I'm calm in the middle, systematic, yeah. Dashboard glowing like a pulse in the dark. Every mile I drive, I redraw the mark. Used to need noise just to feel like a spark. Now I sit in the silence and study the heart, yeah. Static in the speakers, static in my head. Too many voices repeating what they said. Too many shoulds and a path already spread. Had to turn it down just to hear what I meant, yeah. Window crack, cold air steady. Breathing slow like I'm already ready. Not for applause, not for confetti, just for clarity, clean and heavy. Street signs pass, but I don't rush fate. Every exit sign used to look like escape. Now I stay centered, hands at 8. On the wheel of a life, I recalibrate, yeah. Lost in static, not lost in fear. Just lost in the noise that ain't sincere. When everybody talk, it ain't always clear what's real and what's just atmosphere. Used to scroll till the hours dissolve, measuring worth by problems unsolved, comparing lives that ain't even evolved, till I realized peace can't be installed, yeah. Signal weak when the mind overloaded. Too much input, the vision corroded, yeah. Too many trends that I downloaded. Had to unplug what I never promoted, yeah. Rearview mirror, full of distraction, trying to chase validation, traction. Now I'm parked in my own reaction, letting discipline guide their action.
Static ain't silence, it's cluttered sound. This voice is loud, but substance drown. When you filter it out, you're finally found standing firm on your own ground, yeah. Lost in static, but I'm still aligned. Just need a distance to clear the mind. Sometimes you disconnect to redefine what's yours and what was by design. Hey. City breathing, but I'm breathing slower. Every mile make the tension lower. Used to carry what I couldn't shoulder. Now I travel lighter, older, yeah. Engine hum like a metronome, reminding me I'm not alone. Even when the world feel overthrown, you still got a place that's yours, your zone. No dramatic shift, no loud awakening, just quiet layers I'm separating from expectations I was decorating. With borrowed dreams I was imitating. Static phase, when you stop reacting, when you stop performing and start subtracting. When you move in silence instead of attracting energy that was never matching that. Like radio still low, static bending. Not fully clear, but I'm not spinning. Some clarity don't start with winning, it starts with knowing where you've been. Lost in static, but I found composure. Cut the noise, increased exposure to the voice that don't need closure. Just space to grow, no external pressure, yeah. Street quiet, engine running. Future unknown, but it ain't frightening. Sometimes peace ain't loud or stunning. It's just you choosing what you're becoming, yeah. Da da da